Hi, my name is Luke LeBeau, and I represent the Phoenixville Academic Team, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that today. You can get involved in the team by first talking to Mrs. Ballantyne in room J4. She's really excited about this season and wants to get more people involved in the team and help our team out. We need people for JV and varsity, and I hope we're going to have a good season this year. At the team meetings, we usually ask questions to each other and really focus on certain types of study, like whether it's a certain subject or a certain area and time, to really help us for the meets. We usually meet around 7:15 in room J4 on Tuesdays and Fridays, and that's where we ask questions and study for the meet. We prepare for the meets by assigning certain people different areas of study in different periods. Like, for example, in history, we assign different periods for people to study, so we have a widespread knowledge for the meets to answer more questions. We assign different people different topics. For example, in history, we assign people different periods, different times in history. Like, for example, in American history, we can do the Industrial Revolution, we can do the Revolutionary War, stuff like that, so we have a widespread knowledge when we go into meets and hopefully make some points and win some meets. We usually have a meet every month around there, and in the morning we meet in front of the auditorium. We go on a bus to usually a school, and it's usually in their auditorium. There's 3 table setups, 3 schools. You get up there with 4 people on your team, and you have a buzzer. And you usually start with a math comprehension, and then they really get into asking questions with the buzzers, and that's when you can start getting points. What's fun about it is, just going to meets and answering questions. And if we get more people involved, we can be on the same team as friends and go to these meets and have the 4 people you want up there. Being involved with the academic team really helps you as a student because it can help reinforce things that you've learned in the classes you're taking. And if you have a test or a quiz in those classes, it helps you reinforce what you already learned. It can help you with those tests, and it also helps you with your general knowledge to make it more widespread.
Well, the academic team is a very fun way to learn knowledge. It's really cool to go up against other schools and kind of show the other schools how smart you are, kind of. And you're working with the team, so it's not just you alone against those other schools. You're working with a lot of your friends and seeing how many questions you can get right. What I've learned most from being an academic team is kind of how to be a team member, because one person can't memorize everything. You have to work on other people's strengths and weaknesses so that you can get what you can get right and your teammates can get what they can get right. I decided to join an academic team because they needed a couple JV members, and I sort of joined freshman year, but I couldn't for certain reasons. So I just decided if they needed members and they couldn't play without a JV team, I'd volunteer some of my time and try out. I think people would like best about academic team is how much of a family aspect it is, because you're working with 6 people on a varsity team and around 4 people for the JV team, and you kind of have to know who is good at what and just kind of trust that the other person will get the answer and buzz in quickly and correctly.